Now let's tell you about that old British film that was found in a skip in Chicago. It features childhood performances by Jane Asher and Melvin Hayes, and it's caused a flurry of excitement in the Kent village where it was made. It's called Adventures in Hopfield. It was filmed almost 50 years ago, and it's been given a special showing by the movie enthusiast who discovered it.
This print of Adventures in the Hopfield was found in a skip in Chicago, and after being sold through a magazine, found its way to Barry Littlechild, a man so passionate about movies, he's built his own cinema. He had no idea what he was showing his friends, nor how many future stars could be glimpsed.
I couldn't believe it. I ran it, and not only had it been filmed just up the road in Geldhurst, but it had kind of A-list stars like Jane Asher, Melvin Hayes, Dandy Nichols, Mona Washburn, and I just couldn't believe it. A long-lost film. I thought, well, this is amazing.
A young Melvin Hayes is the villain. It may be more than 40 years since he last saw the film, but he remembers his co-stars, such as the little girl in the middle and the boy in shirt sleeves.
People didn't like little Jane Asher, 6 years of age. Anthony Valentine went on to be that villain from Colditz. You know, it's a very nasty job as commandant. I was on 4 weeks at £24 a week, and every extra day I got £8. Wonderful money in those days. I think my dad was on a tenner a week, you know.
And then there was the director, who rather lost control of the final scene as Melvin saves the day.
They set the whole thing, gas jets all the way around like they do, and they lit everything, and I mean, and burning things dropping on me, and suddenly the producer rushes on stage and says, stop it, kill the film, the set is alight. And the director went, but he says, it's not alight. And they turned the jets off, and the whole place was alight. The whole place was burning. We were right. They had to rescue us out the middle of this thing. And the ironic thing is that John Gilliman, the director, went on to make Towering Inferno.
The film was set in the village of Goudhurst in Kent. The railway station has since gone, and today the Oast houses host more holidaymakers than hops, so Barry has decided to show the film here as a document of how life was.
So, nearly 50 years on, the film is getting a sort of premiere here at the Goudhurst Village Hall, and the excitement is intense.
Caught your pinch, you now, boy. I wasn't eating, man. It's because I was hungry.
So, 2 showings tonight of a film not exactly lost, but has been missing long enough to excite the people of Goudhurst. David Sillito, BBC News.
And Barry Littlechild joins us now. It's a remarkable discovery, wasn't it?
It looks pretty good, doesn't it?
And how did it end up in a skip in Chicago?
Well, what happened, it was made for the Children's Film Foundation, which was a company that made films for children's Saturday morning cinemas. You probably don't remember, but they...
I do.
ABC Miners, there was the Odeon, Boys and Girls, Granada. And what happened, the company that made it, after a while, they did a deal with American television. And all the prints were sent out to American television for early morning. As kids went to school, they could see these films. And what happened here was they got obviously fed up with them or whatever, and they got put in a skip at the back. And there's a bit of luck, had it. A film collector was walking past, saw this stuff, went and got his car, brought it home, sorted it through, and put an advert in an American magazine called The Big Reel, which I saw, and I thought, Adventure in the Hopfields, that sounds interesting, Chicago. So I rang the guy up, it's a British film. He says, I don't think you'll be very interested, but it's $50. If you send me 35, you can have it. So this thing turned up, and I put it on, and first of all, it starts off Mandy Miller. I thought, Mandy Miller, I mean, God, she made 11 films, but they're all pretty rare, and only 2 are usually shown on TV. And then she breaks her mother's China dog, and wants to earn some money, so she stows away with hop pickers coming down to Kent. And this station, Geldhurst, I couldn't believe it. It's only 10 miles from my home. And the station disappeared in the Beeching Axe in the 60s. So that had all gone. And then I thought, well, they're obviously going to move on to a fictitious village. But no, they all got off at Geldhurst. I went to Triggs Farm, which is a main farm in Geldhurst. And all the action took place. I just couldn't believe it. It's incredible.
What an amazing story.
Well,
is it any good, Barry?
Can
you see it getting a wider audience?
Oh, yes. Well, it's a brilliant film. But so many of these CFF films do exist. And I mean, all locations. I've got a friend who runs the film department in the East Anglian University, and he said he's got 2 on Norwich, the Norfolk Broads, which are the same sort of thing. And he said locations have all gone now. He said, and these are historical records. Incredible.
Possibly, just briefly, Barry, possibly there's a whole treasure trove of these films out
Oh,
there.
yes, well, the CFF is still going. They packed up showing the films in 71, 72. But yeah, they're still going, and these films are there. But because the contracts, when the actors signed them, they were only for children's Saturday morning cinema, they haven't been shown, and they're just lost, which is a shame.
Barry Littlechild, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Health and safety regulations as well would mean that they couldn't shoot a lot of those scenes now, I'd imagine.